How's it going, guys? Thank you for joining me in the final Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Wi-Fi battle on the channel. It's been a heck of a trip. We've done quite a lot on the channel with BDSP. I think it's brought the channel a long way, and I want to just say I'm really grateful for every single one of you. You've really made my life a pleasure. So a couple things for the last battle. I'm using my in-game team turned competitive. So this is the team I completed Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl with. But obviously they've been EV trained and IV bred and stuff like that. So it's not the exact team, but and who better to share the final battle with than one and only Starry Skies, the guy that always puts first on the videos, the legend himself. But anyway, please like and subscribe for more videos like this one and for Scarlet and Violet content when it comes out. And with that being said, let's jump into the game. And the battle begins. Where better to have the last battle versus Starry than in the Champion Cynthia room? God, I've got to tell you, I'm actually really ill right now. That's why I haven't been uploading. It's just been awful, but I'm feeling up to it today. So I figured I'd get one last battle in before we, kick the bucket with BDSP. So let's go for a U-turn real quick on this Rotom because it's probably scarfed. I'm scarfed, so it's fine out speed. It's no problems whatsoever. There we go. Go for a U-turn. I guess in this instance we won't actually find out if it's scarfed or not, but I'll assume it is based on that U-turn damage because that did quite a lot for a Rotom. So it's definitely not a bulky variant. So what we're going to do is we're going to expect the Volt Switch and we're going to go straight into Hippowdon. I think that's probably the best switch we can go into right now. We can get the Sandstorm up, we can get the Stealth Rocks up. Because I'm like 90% sure this thing's going to be choice, but it's not. It's actually a Dual Screens variant. Interesting. So Dual Screens is pretty cool. I'm going to get Stealth Rocks up because Stealth Rocks are going to be really good against their team for the most part. I mean, Latios will take a nice chip damage. Infernape won't appreciate the chip damage. And now we're going to see a Hydro Pump from the Rotom, which is going to hurt quite a bit. It doesn't quite KO us at least. And I'm extremely rusty as well. You know, having this time off, it's like, it's not like riding a bike. it's one of them things where you don't battle for a few days and you just feel like, oh crap, I forgot how to battle. So anyway, this Rotom's probably going to finish us off with another Hydro Pump. So I'm going to go straight into my Lumineon. Lumineon seems like a sound play here. There we go. They're going to withdraw the Rotom actually. And they're going to go into something else, the Tangrowth, which is an interesting play. Tangrowth comes in. We end up going into our Lumineon. Now Lumineon is got Ice Beam on it. So that's not too bad. We'll go into Lumineon real quick. There we go. And what are we going to do against this Tangrowth? That's the real question, because Lumineon can't exactly, as much as I want to stay in and go for an Ice Beam, kind of don't at the same time, because it's going to, I think the play here is to go for a U-turn and go into Drapion. There we go. We're going to U-turn real quick, and it's going to do nothing, of course, to the Tangrowth, because it's just a bulky mess. And we'll go into Drapion. Drapion should be able to handle this thing if it's got Poison Stab. I don't think it has. It has Poison Jab. Okay, that's fine. We'll go into Drapion. Drapion can handle this Tangrowth no problem. Drapion's actually pretty good against our entire team, to be honest with you. So they actually go for a Sleep Powder, which is really unfortunate. So Drapion gets put to sleep. What can you do, though? What can you do? Not a lot. Not a lot. To be fair, their team's pretty powerful. I don't think we've got this in the bag. I think we're going to have to make some plays if we want to win this. They're probably going to go into the Magnezone. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out, expecting the Magnezone switch. And I'm going to go into my Infernape, because Infernape does a lot to their entire team. Close combat hurts everything for a Choice Band Infernape. So if I can get a free switch in with the Infernape, I'm damn well going to take it. So we're going to withdraw Drapion real quick, and we'll go into into the Infernape. And like I said, nothing really wants to take a hit from this Infernape. They're going to withdraw the Tangrowth though. What are they going to go into? I mean, they do have the Reflector, which is like, you know, that's going to hurt Infernape's sweeping capabilities, but it's fine. They're going to go the Donphan anyway, and they're going to be able to get a free Rapid Spin off, which is absolutely fine. I don't really mind the Rapid Spin. Obviously, I'm not going to stay in and attack this thing, because that would just be a death sentence. So I'm going to go for a U-turn real quick, just to get some chip damage off, and just to, you know, break that old sturdy over there that it's got on. We can fully expect the Rapid Spin coming through right now, so I kind of want to go into Lumineon. I think Lumineon's probably the best switch here. So we'll go Lumineon real quick. There we go. Lumineon, as they go for the Rapid Spin, which is fine. Rapid Spin is going to boost their speed, however, which means they could probably go for an EQ and get the KO this next turn. However, I have every confidence that, because it's leftovers, I have every confidence that Lumineon can live an Earthquake. Based on that Rapid Spin damage, which was a crit, by the way. Just to point that out, it was a crit. So I kind of want to go for a Scald on this Donphan, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go straight for this Scald on this Donphan. They're going to withdraw the Donphan. What are they going to go into? Magnezone. Magnezone's fine. We can handle Magnezone. Let's see how much damage this Scald does. I bet it does pitiful damage from a Lumineon. It must do pitiful damage. Wow, okay, that's pitiful damage. Okay, I didn't even get the burn. Are you kidding me? Like, Scald? I don't know whether you've been following the Scarlet and Violet leaks. I'm not going to say anything in the video, obviously, story-wise or anything like that. All I will say, and shut your ears off now if you don't want to hear this, is that Scald is no longer a predominant move. Only like 2 Pokemon get it, and that's Simipour and Volcanion. And I'm not saying whether or not they're in the game or not, because I don't know. I don't know whether they're in the game or not. There's the light screen. So we've got light screen on Magnezone. We've got reflect on the Rotom. I'm being really ballsy staying in and going for the Scald again for some reason. But now I can fully expect a Volt Switch. I kind of like, I don't even know what I was doing then, to be honest with you. I'm really ill. I really shouldn't be playing right now. I'm going to go straight into Hippowdon. I think Hippowdon's a sound play. I think they definitely go for a Volt Switch here. There we go. Going to withdraw our Lumineon real quick. We're going to go into Hippowdon. But yeah, Scarlet and Violet. I'm so excited for Scarlet and Violet, you know. There we go. There's the Hippowdon. There's the Thunderbolt, which isn't going to do much damage to Hippowdon, of course. Now we can fully expect a Flash Cannon, and we could go into Infernape if we wanted to, because I'm pretty sure Reflect will wear off in a minute. So I'm going to go into Infernape, expecting the Flash Cannon. There we go. They're going to withdraw the Magnezone, which is a real shame. And they're going to go into Rotom. So Rotom comes in. Interesting. Now, we know from the U-turn damage from Scarf Staraptor that close combat will probably KO with Infernape. So we've got a good switch here. Ah, the Reflect didn't wear off, though, did it? Or did it? And I didn't see. No, we played. I'm pretty sure it hasn't wore off. So I'm going to go for a U-turn. That's a lot of damage considering that the bloody Reflect wore off, apparently. So I don't think it wore off. And we're going to expect a Hydro Pump now. So we're going to go straight into Lumineon. There we go. Go into Lumineon real quick. There we go. As they go for another Reflect. So Reflect wasn't up. We could have gone for a close combat there and took out that Rotom. That's me being dumb. Remember when I said I was rusty earlier and I got so preoccupied talking about Scarlet and Violet and everything like that. So whatever. We'll go for a U-turn anyway. We should outspeed this thing. There we go. Go for another U-turn. There we go. We can probably expect a Volt Switch. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my Hippowdon. And basically what we're going to have to do is stall out the Sleep turn. Not the Sleep turns. The Reflect turns. So I'm going to go into Hippowdon. I think Hippowdon's a fine play here. Expecting the Electric type move. There we go. They go for the Volt Switch, which is absolutely fine. And we could go back into our Lumineon if we wanted to. But part of me thinks they're going to hard switch here, expecting the Lumineon to come in for the Storm Drain. So I'm going to go for a Slack Off. I don't think they'll go for a Hydro Pump. They actually go for a Will-O-Wisp, which is fine. Will-O-Wisp is absolutely fine. That's not going to do too much for Hippowdon. I mean, it's going to weaken my Earthquakes, but the only thing I was really hitting Earthquake with is the Magnezone. And luckily now we are at a good amount of HP where that's going to be able to be a possibility. Provided we can ever get the hit on it, because they're just going to switch out the Magnezone every time. I mean, they've got 2 Levitators, they've got Tangrowth, and they've got Donphan. I mean, they're not really worried about Hippowdon, let's be real. So we're going to fully expect a Hydro Pump right now. So I'm going to go back into Lumineon. They either do that or they switch into Tangrowth, and I think they go into Tangrowth here. Donphan, that's even better. That's even better. So going into the Donphan is perfect. So Lumineon can come in now. And Lumineon is sitting pretty. And the great thing about Lumineon is that it has the almighty powerful Defog. And Defog obviously can clear away these hazards. Did I say hazards? I meant the screens. Defog clears away screens. So we'll go for a Defog real quick. There we go. Get rid of those light screens and the reflects and stuff because they're just annoying. There we go. Team Reflect and Light Screen wore off. They're going to go for a Stealth Rock of their own, which is fair enough. That's a good play. Getting them Stealth Rocks up is going to be nice for you. We could have easily gone for a Scald then, and that would have done a lot of damage, but it doesn't matter now. We'll go for a Scald now. We could have gone for the U-turn there, expecting them to switch out, and got a free switch into Infernape, but it's whatever. They're going to go into Latias, so I'm glad I didn't switch out now, because Latias is fine for me. We'll go for a Scald. It's going to do minimal damage. Can we get the burn? That'd be nice. Crit burn? No crit burn. No crit burn. So, fully expecting this thing to KO my Luminion right now. Kind of need Luminion for the Donphan. So I'm going to go into my Hippowdon. I don't really need Hippowdon, and there's a good chance they're going to go for a Thunderbolt right now. So I'm actually kind of leaning towards the Hippowdon play. So we're going to Hippowdon. Going to get hit by Stealth Rocks, which is a shame. But what can you do as they go for a Thunder Wave, which is, of course, not going to matter for Hippowdon over here. The big chungus Hippo over here. So what we can do now is, well, we can't really do much, but we can go for a Stealth Rocks again. You get Stealth Rocks up on their side of the field, and that's going to be really nice. They are going to withdraw the Latias because they know they can't really touch me. And they're going to go back into the Donphan, which is obviously going to be able to Rapid Spin and such. Which is a shame. So, with that in mind, what can we do here against this Donphan? I really don't know, to be honest with you. I think they're just going to go for a Rapid Spin. So, I'm thinking we go Luminion again. And go for an Ice Beam, expecting the... because we're 6 and 6 at the moment. We're actually doing pretty well against this team. So that's not too bad. We're going to Luminion. This is where it all starts going downhill. We're going to Luminion. And we'll let them Rapid Spin on us. That's absolutely fine. Doesn't do too much damage to us. And hopefully this entices them into going for a almighty powerful Earthquake right now. Hopefully, anyway. So let's go for another Skull. Let's go for another Skull. It's all chip damage at the end of the day. I haven't seen any recovery on any of the Pokemon, so even the Latias, it's going to be chip damage on it, which is always nice. So they're going to go into the Tangrowth, which is fair enough. Tangrowth is also a good switch in. Skull, let's see how much damage we're talking here with Skull. Not a lot, but we do get the burn. No burn. I've Skulled like 5 times this game, and I haven't got a single burn. What is that about? What is that about, though? Now, let's be real. Like, Scold can't even burn on the last battle where I ever get to use Scold. That's just such a pain in the bum. So, Ice Beam seems like the obvious one here. I feel like they're going to go for a knockoff or something. There we go. Go for an Ice Beam. Let's see how much damage we're talking against this Tangrowth. Not too bad damage. Can we get the freeze? No. They go for an EQ, expecting something else to come in. Probably expecting the Infernape to come in, to be fair, because obviously they can't put me to sleep because they've already put the Drapion to sleep. Drapion's not really doing too much against their team anyway. I mean, knockoff on the Latias would have been nice, but at the same time, they're not going to stay in with Latias against the Drapion, so it's like, whatever. So I'm thinking now we go for a nice and powerful Ice Beam again, and just see where that goes. They are going to withdraw the Tangrowth. What are they going to go into? The Latias. So the Latias comes in on the Ice Beam, which is fair enough. They have got a Yachi Berry, though. Is it Yachi Berry? I'm getting my berries confused, I think. Yachi Berry is going to make that soak up the Ice Beam, which is fair enough. Now I'm thinking about what to do next. I'm thinking they go for another Thunder Wave. It looks like a more of a support variant of Latias. So I'm going to go for a U-turn and hope for the best here. They go for a Dragon Pulse. We should be able to tank that. Yeah, we can tank that because we're a Luminion. We're a Luminion. And that U-turn does a massive damage because of the crit. Wow, okay, that's awesome. That's the kind of damage we like. So if we can clear this Latias out of the way, you know, Infernape's going to look really good. Going to look really good. So I'm going to go Staraptor. I'm going to go Staraptor and hope for the best, really. So we'll go Staraptor real quick. We're going to get some nice and powerful Stealth Rocks digging into us, which is a real shame. And I'm thinking we start putting in some holes into this team. So the Rotom's pretty low on health. The Magnezone's pretty low on health. Donphan's not looking too good. I'm going to go for Brave Bird. I think Brave Bird is a solid play. So they're going to withdraw, of course. Are they going to go Donphan? They do go Donphan. So Donphan's coming in right now. We're going to do a nice chunk of damage to this Donphan. If it's physically defensive, that's fair enough. It is physically defensive, which is absolutely amazing. So it's still a nice hole that we've put in the Donphan. And now I'm thinking we go ahead and go into our Luminion again. So let's go into Luminion real quick. There we go. We're going to withdraw our Staraptor into the Luminion. There we go. Into Luminion. Gonna get some nice powerful Stealth Rocks. I'm just letting Luminion go down at this point as they go for a Roar, which is interesting. So Roar comes through. That's gonna bring out the old Drapion over here who's asleep. If we can wake up and get a Toxic off, that'd be nice. Pretty sure we can tank an Earthquake from a physically defensive Donphan. Pretty sure. If we can get a Toxic off on this Donphan, that'd be amazing. So let's go for the Toxic real quick. They're going to withdraw the Donphan. They don't want it to get Toxic, well, or whatever they thought it was going to do anyway. They're going to go into their Infernape, which is fair enough. I'm fast asleep still. Getting a knockoff off on this Infernape is going to be really nice, especially if it's choice banded. I'm confident we can take a hit. I'm just not confident we're going to wake up. I want to try and wake up, though. I want to try and wake up. They might go for a U-turn as well. They're going to go for a U-turn, which is going to do a solid chunk of damage to us. Not really, actually. That did nothing. So, not too afraid of the Infernape now because it's more than likely going to be Scarfed. I didn't see a Life Orb. I didn't see much damage either. In comes the Rotom. So, Rotom's coming in right now. We're still fast asleep, unfortunately. And look, it's 6 and 6. And the battle is going to be over in 3 minutes. What is that all about? So, I want to go straight for a Toxic right now. Oh, no. Do we go for a knockoff? I'm going to go for a Toxic. We still got, not Lumineon around. We'll go for a Toxic anyway on this Rotom, just because why not? As they're probably going to go for a nice and powerful Reflect right now. They do go for the Reflect, which is really unfortunate because we don't no longer have the Lumineon around. Or do we have the Lumineon around? We do, don't we? We have Lumineon around, I believe. So, probably going to see a Hydro Pump right now. Which makes me want to stay in and go for a knockoff. Or we'll see a Volt Switch and we can get a knockoff off on something else, which will be really useful. So we go for a knockoff. They do stay in, as we're going to knock off their Light Clay, which is going to be great. As now they go for the Will-O-Wisp, which is really unfortunate because it's going to reduce our power behind on knockoffs. So it's mainly going to come down to whoever gets the first kill, and it's looking like we might, you know, because Rotom's on his last legs. I mean, granted, we're burned, but, you know, it's whatever. They can't Volt Switch because it means they're going to lose the Rotom. They have to hard switch out. If they were going to hard switch out, they're probably going to the Magnezone right now. So I'm going to go for a knockoff again and get rid of its item. As we're actually able to get the KO on the Rotom, which is just great. So Rotom goes down. One less thing to worry about. Once then Reflect's gone, it's gone. It's done and dusted. We just have to last that long, that's all. And then we're not going to last that long anyway because of the timer. But, you know, and it is a shame. But if you didn't hear, Scarlet and Violet, the timer is 20 minutes. Still, but on the plus side, animations are a lot faster, so battles will be a lot faster in general. We're talking like Showdown speed fast, not quite as fast as Showdown obviously, but still fast-ish. So we'll go for a Toxic real quick on this Donphan. It's not going to miss or anything like that because we are a poison type, which guarantees the Toxic spikes. Which guarantees the Toxic. So we'll get a Toxic off on the Donphan, which is going to negate its leftovers, which is always nice. As they go for a Roar, and they're going to roar us right back out into Lumineon. Yes! I called it! So Lumineon gets dragged in. Lumineon gets dragged in, which is great. That's worked out really nicely for us right there. So you know what? As much as I don't think we'd win this game based on the team matchup, I think we've done alright to hold our own. I think we've done alright to hold our own, to be honest with you. So, yeah, so the Poison's going to dig into the Donphan. We've got 20 seconds left. Can we go for a Scald real quick? That's going to be great. They are going to withdraw the Donphan though because they don't want to stay in against the Lumineon. That wouldn't make sense. And they're going to go into Magnezone, which is going to take a nice chunk of damage from the Scald. They do outspeed us though, but we can easily go into our Hippowdon there. So it's all up in the air. So yeah, final battle of BDSP comes down to the timer with 6 and 5 left. So I technically won based on the timer, but let's do some Pheromons based on the team that we've got left, which is basically the whole team at the moment. And their team, which was the whole team bar Rotom. Who do we think is going to win? Let me know in the comments who you think will win this game. Thank you, Starry, for the battle. It was brilliant. It was great to battle you once again. We've only battled once before, maybe a couple of times back in the day. So yeah, thank you for watching today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed the BDSP content. Once again, thank you so much for coming with me on this journey through BDSP. It's been an amazing ride. I'm really happy with how the channel's turned out. We're looking great, guys. We're looking great. Scarlet Violet's just around the corner. I cannot wait because that game looks amazing. It is amazing. It's got some issues, but it's amazing. I'll let you in on a secret. I've got the game.